In this video, I'm going to break down an email over the shoulder. So I'm going to give you some over the shoulder email marketing training. And it was to piggyback off a video I did. It was like 9 tips to writing a good email to your list or something like that. And so I thought this would be like a good follow-up video for me to actually break down an email as to how I would write it. Now, it's a lot of different approaches you can take. Being as though I already pretty much did a video about the 9 tips, I think I'm going to pretty much give a story about how my life was before I started learning how to write emails and things like that. And I'm going to tie it into talking about the tips that I talked about in the previous video. And the reason why I want to just tie it into the tips, I'm not really going to give the tips in the email, is because I want people to click and watch the video. So I have this video I did, and it's actually not published just yet, but I'm going to be talking about mainly these tips, 9 tips in here. And so I'll be referring to that, but I will be referring to that to make sure that my story makes sense when I start tying it into these tips. And they won't know what the tips are really. I'm going to add a curiosity message in there so that they can actually click and watch the video. And you can do the same thing if you want them to buy a product or something like that, read a blog, read an article. You can actually tie it into a curiosity click. And so a lot of times when I start my emails, I'm in GetResponse. If you need autoresponder to start doing this stuff, I will have links to all of my resources that I use that can help you in the description below. But I'm using GetResponse. Your software may vary, but when I start, I don't like to just make up a subject unless I already have one in mind. So I'm going to skip that part right now, and I'm probably going to use my email that I draft to create that subject line. I also have a preview text too that I'll probably be filling in, may or may not be filling that in. And then I'm going to just go and draft my message. I like to use my templates, which is really nothing on there, but it's just my template with the edits on there that I like. And so when I come in here, I pretty much try to craft a story as to a good story that can tie into this stuff. Now, in real time, I'll probably be thinking of that story, but you'll probably see me skip right on over to writing an email after I come up with some ideas. And another thing you might see me do is write some notes inside of my email here just to keep my mind on the main topics or the main focus that I want to talk about in that email. All right. So far I just was playing with subjects. I was playing with an idea, and then I started playing with subjects, and I made sure that this stuff was true to me. You want to make sure that stuff is true to you, or maybe a testimonial of a client or a customer and stuff like that. You don't want to make up things just to say I did this amazing thing and you didn't really do it. You want to make sure that this stuff is true. So I thought about 5% open rates when I think I saw as low as 4% open rates to 12% open rates, which is a scary open rate to have for your emails. And most people know that if your emails are going to spam or not being delivered, then that's not a good thing. But I went from like 5% open rate to now 30% open rate for my emails. And so I was like, okay, that could be a title. I like for it to look good, and it doesn't look good. So I usually just keep going till I find something that works for me. Then I say email suck, ? Here's what to do. It's not a bad subject line. I just don't like how it lays out. Email suck, ? It just doesn't flow well with my eyes. And here's what to do if your email suck. That's better. It's not too bad. Getting a little bit long, which means depending on what device that they're opening that email up, they may or may not see the whole subject. But here's what to do if they got up to if, they might actually look to see what the email subject line was. So this one I focus on the one thing. So do this if your emails suck. And the one thing is really going to be for them to click and buy into the program that I'm going to offer them. But ultimately, I'm going to have them watch the video to talk about that thing that they should do. So that email gives a lot of value about what makes up a good email or what can help you with your email. And then it offers them the product. Now, typically you can go and just offer them the product with a good email. But because I'm promoting my channels, my YouTube and stuff like that, I'm going to go ahead and do a video. I'm going to give them the video that I'm promoting so that they can start watching that. It'll help my YouTube channel. It'll give them a different perspective rather than the text. It'll give them the video version. And then if they want to try the product, they can try it from the links in my description of my video. So that's how this is going to play out. Now, I think, let's see, I almost flushed my business down the toilet with these crazy little open rates. I'm going to get rid of that. All right, so now I'm going to sit here. So I was like, do this if your emails suck. And I was thinking about taking them on my little journey of email marketing. So my entire journey of email marketing probably had a lot to do with not doing a lot of this stuff. It wasn't all, this is not going to be an all-inclusive of all my struggles with email marketing. But I could probably say I didn't have good subject lines. I could probably say I didn't personalize emails because I didn't know the power of using the word you in your email. I probably used the name field, maybe. I probably personalized a little bit. I probably wasn't clear. I know I didn't provide value in my email starting off. I don't know if I think I remember having to switch up my email altogether and use a conversational tone because I had been in the military and working as admin for 20 years. So I found myself writing and constructing this perfect email as if I was sending it out to someone in my unit. So you don't have to write that way. If you're used to writing that way, it's better to write in a conversational tone. So that definitely fit me. This is a lot of stuff that I had to change in my business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take them down the journey of me and my business. So you'll probably see me start off with some text because I just have to gather my thoughts on what I'm going to start telling them about. And what I'm thinking about are negative things that were happening to me in my email marketing experience and my business due to the fact that I wasn't implementing this stuff that I'm going to tell them about in this video. So that's what the stuff that I'm thinking about is my emails suck, my business sucked, I lost hope for my business. So I'm going to be talking about that stuff, and then I'm going to flip the switch and tell them what changed and why, right? So let me get into it. All right, now, so this is my attempt to catch my audience's attention, and you want to be careful when you're marketing to your business because not everybody is accepting this type of language, and you want to make sure it fits you. So if you don't talk like this, don't. But ultimately, you want to give something shocking, something that will just make somebody's head turn. I might need to listen to this. Oh, what happened? They want to know what happened. They want to know why, what led to this. And the people who are in the same boat of email marketing doesn't work mindset are probably already thinking of what was the actual solution that is coming. So what would the solution be that's coming? So maybe they're already gearing up their thoughts. Email marketing sucks. So did it work for them? What worked for them? So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this email. So I'm putting this in quote as if it's me talking to myself, and I'm saying I'm sick of this. This email marketing mess doesn't work. I might as well just flush my business down the toilet. And I wanted to tap into some emotions. I've seen people take this way further than this here, and I might have to as well in the past, but ultimately you want to stir up that emotion for that person. And now I'm going to not start off, but continue the email. So that was me just a few short years ago when I started my online journey. Let's see. People gave me false hope when I started online. They would say things like, just open your laptop and send an email and make money. All right, so I like to keep short sentences. I'm just going to give you some tips as I go. Really short sentences if possible. If they get a little long, it's okay. You just don't want it to be too much content jumbled up in one spot. Or just open your laptop, send an email and make money, or build a list and make tons of money. You also want to be careful. I'm a little lenient on it just because my open rates aren't that bad. So I tend to use the words money and stuff like that. So you want to be careful with any words whatsoever that could potentially put your emails into the spam. I guess getting away with it enough. I'm getting enough open rates. I'm about 30% open rate. So you want to make sure that you're actually having decent open rates and then test the waters out a little bit. So build a list and make tons of money. But so I trusted them and jumped And 2, email marketing, only to be disappointed with every attempt. You see, I guess made a mistake with spelling. No, did I make it disappointed? That's not how you spell it. Did it change it already? No, it's saying one S. So one thing you can do, I took it off my computer because it was getting annoying. I might download it. They make some changes to this app, but I like it. Is Grammarly. You can use Grammarly. You can see my computer did an auto thing, so your computer might help you out. But Grammarly, even though just a free version, you can download that and it'll help you along the way if you have misspellings, bad grammar. And I tend to leave my grammar that I meant to put in there the wrong way. I tend to leave that alone. But ultimately, you can use that Grammarly app to help you along the way. And if your English or your grammar is extremely bad, it was bad, you can go ahead and get the paid version to help you out even further. So only to be disappointed with every attempt. Can you imagine? Now imagine a lot of people use to help put that prospect or that reader into a spot where they're actually imagining something. So whether it's good or bad, they're imagining what you're talking about. And it's just more powerful to put people in that state as you're writing your emails. So can you imagine not getting results month after month, then checking to see, then checking your emails, dot. It's kind of like, hey, I'm gonna finish this sentence or this thought on the next line. Then checking your emails only to find, I don't like using these double words. So I trusted them and jumped into email marketing. Then checking your emails. So, okay, and I want to change one of these onlys to another word. So I trusted them and jumped into email marketing, only to be disappointed. So I can say, and each attempt was, I could say, a disappointment. All right, I had to pause a little bit, but didn't get super far. So can you imagine not getting sales month after month? Oh wait, so let me start over here. So I trusted them and jumped into email marketing, and each attempt was a disappointment. Can you imagine not getting results month after month, then checking your emails only to find that you added your sponsor's link? I think I can put a question mark right there. That's just how bad I was. I doubt I pulled in any sales. So, and you see how I'm just flowing as if I'm talking to someone sitting right across from me. Now, I also use words, misspell words, and it's just because I like to do it in my emails. I don't like to type out though all the way. All right. So I talked about, I talked about this and I said, I doubt I pulled any sales though. Later, I learned this is because of many reasons that I will share later. But okay, I kept attempting to make it big with emails, even throughout. Now I want to start talking about some of the stuff that happened to me. Extremely low 4% open rates, the spam complaints. I'm going to explain this a little bit. The red bolded spam complaints from my Aweber back office. So back in the day, I used Aweber. What else did I get? I kept attempting to make it big with emails, even throughout the extremely low 4% open rates. The red bolded spam complaints from my Aweber back office. And what else was crazy with email marketing for me? And continuing to pull in absolutely zero. I'm going to do 0 sales from emails or 0 sales anywhere during that time. But that's a different story. I finally quit and gave up the email marketing game. Thankfully, I was still persistent in trying to earn income online. It wasn't until I started to get a few sales online that my dream of becoming a true email marketer started to spark again. It wasn't until I started to get a few sales online that my dream of becoming a true email marketer sparked again. I'll just say sparked again. Should be needless to say that I was still a bit skeptical. After all, and this is the crazy thing, I didn't mention up here, but I generated thousands of leads online. It's crazy at the time. Probably more than what I'm pulling in. Well, not probably, more than what I'm pulling in now currently. And it's crazy how it's flip-flopped. Now I'm pulling way more sales, a lot less leads than I was back then. It's really weird. But if you don't have the full formula in your business, then that's when you get weird stuff like that. So I literally thought thousands of leads. I'm about to make it big. Let's do this. I got it. I got the secret formula, but I really didn't. I had part of the formula where I was generating leads, but I didn't know how to follow up with those leads. I probably had crap broken inside of my system and everything. So ultimately, you need a full formula is my point. So after all, I had generated thousands of leads in the past and never made a sale. But I took the leap again and started my email journey back up. Now can I give tips? Now I like to give volume in my emails, so it could be like a couple of tips that I can give them. Here are 3 tips I would have given my older self if I could. Let's just say here are 3 tips I would give my older self. I would give my older self. Tip number 1. All right. I think I got 3 tips. Let me just write them. Well, I got 2 tips. So 1 is just basically what I explained to you about the formula. Generating leads is just a piece of the formula. Keep putting together that puzzle. Other tip, what was it? I think number 3 is going to be mentor that you love and keep modeling after them. The tip number 2, generating leads. What tip would I give myself? Damn it. All right, so I think my tips are here. I think these are the best tips I can come up with, and they're not going to be like the stuff I'm talking about in my video. This would be literally tips I would give myself without saying what the actual strategies are and things like that. So let's take this. And then tip number 3. What did I say? Generating leads is just a piece of the formula. Keep putting together that puzzle. So tip number 2 is ways for emails to keep writing. A guaranteed way to improve your emails is to keep writing. Maybe I should say guaranteed ways to improve your emails. Is it R to keep writing? My grammar, I need Grammarly right now. Guaranteed ways to improve your emails are to keep writing, study copy, and adjust, then rinse and repeat. Tip number 3, find a mentor that you love and keep modeling after them. All right. It was my older self, or you can say my today self, that believed in those 3 tips. After struggling for years, I found a path that has helped me truly believe that writing emails from home and generating sales is possible. So it was my older self, or you can say my today self, that believed in those 3 tips. I started to build my list once again, and the funny thing is I was told what not to do and what to do and what not to do in email marketing. Those tips that were given to me opened my eyes to this. The funny thing is I was told what to do and what not to do in email marketing. Those tips that were given to me opened my eyes, because I either failed at doing, because I could see that my older self either failed at doing the things I was supposed to do, or I did all of the things I should have not done. Kinda weird when someone tells you a set of principles. Kind of weird when someone tells you a set of principles and rules. You step out on faith and start using them. That's in the wrong place, and boom, you get your first sale online. I'm at 38 minutes. Sheesh. Hopefully it's a lot less once I do my edits. So you get your first sales. You get your first sale. You get your first email marketing sale ever. Then another and another. Getting sales both online, on social media, and email marketing is now the norm, and it feels like magic. Only it ain't magic at all. I was just a kid who had no idea how emails should be. I had no idea how my email marketing business should be ran, and I was just a kid who had no idea how my email marketing business should be ran. That unawareness continued for over a decade. But once a set of rules and principles were given to me, my business changed like night and day. I'm only telling you this because I know you may have lost hope like I once have. That's okay. I definitely get why. However, once I got this butt going back to back. So that unawareness continued for over a decade. But once a set of rules and principles were given to me, I think I did that by accident. My business changed night and day. So I definitely get why. If you're willing to learn some simple steps, I better hurry up. My battery's dying. My phone, and I'm recording with that phone. So, however, if you're willing to learn some simple steps that could help transform your email marketing, I'm going to drop a video of free is, people consider it as a spam triggering word too, so be careful with that one. I'm going to drop a free video for you. I'm going to drop a free video for you below. See what my tips are. These tips help me get much higher open rates, what people want, get people to know, trust me, and reply back saying so, and also helps me fill my Gmail with commission notifications. Want to watch the video, short video? Click here to sometimes I use all lowercase, sometimes I like to use title case. I think I'm gonna use title case in this case. Click here to learn 9 tips to writing good emails to your list. Click here to watch, click here to learn 9 tips to writing good emails to your list. It's my little gift to you, and I'll put their name in there again. Well, actually, I didn't put it in there yet, so sometimes I keep that until I go back for some reason. Hope you love it. And, oh goodness, sorry. All right, so hope you love it with the little hearts, hearts. Talk soon. The Real Robin Williams. All right, and you want to add a little picture or something? I think I got a picture. Ooh, Lord, let me see. All right. No, I didn't add any of the new pictures there. I could use this one. This is one of my friends, Nick, and he's absolutely amazing at doing emails, setting up his emails and stuff. If I can get him on there. What's wrong with this thing? Here we go. So the one to the left. I'm going to add a PS line because I know that he's amazing at emails and he worked hard at emails. He had to start off with some struggles that nobody wants to go through, and he did amazing with getting through it, and now his open rates are super high. So I just want to let them know that. P.S. Here's one of my good friends, Nick. I got to meet up with him in, where were we? Were we in Ocean City? I think it was Ocean City. Was it Ocean City? Hold on. I'm almost certain it was Ocean City. Yeah. Sometimes I get mixed up with Myrtle Beach. So Ocean City. Okay. I got to meet up with him in Ocean City this summer. But the summer, and we had a blast. The real reason I'm adding this picture is because he went through his own email marketing journey as well. All right. I think I'm going to just still space out this PS line. His own. Change it for me. I'm going to change it. Oops, I can't see my keyboard, guys, so sorry about that. All right, he went from drowning in the spam box in such a miserable way to getting great open rates and even writing much better emails. And yes, he's using these tips as well. It's another plug to put those tips in. I'm just going to grab my YouTube video real quick. I don't have it yet, so I got to wait to send this email out, but ultimately I will add the YouTube link here and here. So let me go over this email real quick. I always like to proofread it. I like to also let me get this and I think I might skip the personal thing right here because I just want to get straight to it. And so I'll say Nick, so I'll put the first name here. So they'll still get it, but just right there. Okay. That should be. I like to edit my stuff a little bit. I'll just go ahead and do those edits on it now. Even like to turn myself a different color. So I'll do the same with my PS line. You don't have to do it. You can pick yours. There's nothing too tiny and nothing too big, I guess. And then you can use whatever. Okay. I like to use Arial fonts. No fonts either. Crazy fonts and crazy colors just look kind of spammy. Probably will go straight to the spam box, honestly. If I was an email service provider or whatever you call it, I'll throw that to the spams. All right, so I just finished this email and I actually went through an editing process with you, but I'm most likely going to delete that editing process and kind of explain to you some of the changes made here, so I just won't put you to sleep, okay? So some of the changes I made were spelling errors, maybe some grammatical errors. I also, if something doesn't read well, like you're struggling to read it, then maybe you change it up. So that's a big tip. Like if you're struggling to read it, maybe someone else struggles to read it. So you might want to switch up that sentence, maybe take it apart and create 2 sentences or switch some things around. You want things to be smooth and easy for readers. Okay. So ultimately, I think those are the changes done. And now I'm going to hopefully read an almost perfect email for you without many changes. Okay, so I'm just going to go in the preview. It's already saved. I'm going to go in the preview box and hopefully I'm good to go to read this. So I can say I'm sick of this. This email marketing mess doesn't work. I might as well just flush my business down the toilet. And then obviously I got some edits to do. I got to break that line up. So I can say, Nick, that was me just a few short years ago. People gave me false hope when I started online. They would say things like, just open your laptop, send an email and make money, or build a list and make tons of money. So I trusted them and jumped into email marketing, and each attempt was a disappointment. Can you imagine not getting results month after month, then checking your emails only to find that you added your sponsor's link? Yeah, that's just how bad I was. Pulled in any sales though. This is because of many reasons that I will share later, but I kept attempting to make it big with emails, even throughout the extremely low 4% open rates, the red bolded, I don't know where I got from you guys, the red bolded spam complaints from my Aweber back office, and continuing to pull in absolutely zero sales from emails or zero sales from anywhere during that time. But that's a different story. I finally quit and gave up the email marketing game. Thankfully, I was still persistent in trying to earn income online, a mistake I need to fix. It wasn't until I started to get a few sales online that my dream of becoming a true email marketing sparked again. Should be needless to say that I was still a bit skeptical. After all, I had generated thousands of leads in the past and never made a sale, but I took the leap again and started my online journey again. Here are 3 tips I would give my older self. Tip number 1, generating leads is just one piece of the formula. Keep putting together the puzzle. Tip number 2, guaranteed ways to improve your emails are to keep writing, study copy, and adjust, then rinse and repeat. Tip number 3, find a mentor that you love and keep modeling after them. It was my older self, or you can say my today self, that believed in those 3 tips. After struggling for years, I found a path that has helped me truly believe that writing emails from home and generating sales is possible. I started to build my list once again, and the funny thing is, I was told what to do and what not to do in email marketing. Those tips that were given to me opened my eyes because I could see very clearly, would be nice to add here, I could see very clearly where my older self either failed to do the things I was supposed to do, or I could, still some typos here, I could see where my older self did all of the things I shouldn't have done. Kind of weird when someone tells you a set of principles and rules, you step out on faith and start using them, and boom, you get your first email marketing sale ever. Then another and another. Getting sales both on social media and email marketing is now the norm, and it feels like magic. Only it ain't magic at all. I was just a kid who had no idea how to run an email marketing business. That unawareness continued for over a decade. But once a set of rules and principles were given to me, my business changed like night and day. I'm only telling you this. I know you may have lost hope like I once have. That's okay. I definitely get why. However, if you're willing to learn some principles, some simple steps that could help transform your email marketing, I'm going to drop some of the reasons for my failure in the link below. Really, I'll be sharing the tips I should have used when I started. These tips helped me get much higher open rates, get people to know, like, trust me, and reply back saying so, and it helps me fill my Gmail with commission notifications. Want to watch a short video? Click here to learn 9 tips to writing good emails to your list. It's my little gift to you, Nick. Hope you love it. Talk soon. The Real Robin Williams. P.S. I added a picture of Nick. P.S. Here's one of my good friends, Nick. I got to meet up with him in Ocean City this summer, and we had a blast. But the real reason I'm adding this picture is because he went through his own email marketing journey as well. He went from drowning in the spam box in such a miserable way to getting great open rates and even writing much better emails. And yes, he's using these tips as well. And this is the email. This is, to me, it's a good email. I love it. And one of the things, one of the things to do is to listen to my email. So after this, I probably would have listened to my email. And when, I don't know what you want to call her, but she sounds like Siri. So she's reading off this email to me. And so once she would have just said certain words that didn't sound right, I probably would have caught a lot of that misspelling and stuff like that. And also I look at my email, the structure of my email inside of my inbox to make sure I look out for things like, I think I was missing, which was kind of weird. Where was it? I thought it was up here where it was. So I look for the structure to make sure I don't have places where I need to put extra lines. This doesn't look exactly how it would look on your phone. So it's good to look on your phone and your computer to see if the email is formatted correctly all the way. So that's it. That's the email. Okay. This is more of a story-based email, tab it with a solution at the end. Go on to a YouTube video that's going to promote that YouTube, then continue to give them some value. If they read all of that and they want to watch the video, they can get all those 9 tips on that video. And then if they're sold on it and they're like, man, I want to get better at writing emails, because this is just one angle that I can pull someone in for this business. So if they're like, hey, I want to continue writing emails, I want to write great emails, they can go ahead and sign up. And that's that, right? And then you continue the journey from there. So hopefully you got some value. Hopefully I do well with editing this video, because honey child, this is going to need some edits. And if you're wanting to, write better emails and just become a better general, definitely check out the link below. I'll add in a link to what I call the all-in-one digital business. It not only gives you the opportunity to earn money with it, it gives you the opportunity to earn money with whatever you're currently promoting, and we'll help you that business set up and running. So click on that link if you want some of this massive value. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the top. Peace.